Bitcoin is pushing and pushing and pushing, and now the bull have stepped in. We see from the 80,000 all the way to 91,000. And the big question now is this the local bottom, or is just that it can bounce? In this video, I'm gonna analyze the daily and the weekly and try to figure it out what the chart said in order to play the market and try to take profit if you have not yet. But if you have not yet, I'm really sorry for you, because I have been calling since 125, 120. I have been risking, and I also was mentioning that was the best option to do. And after that, we went all the way to 80,000, pretty much 35% down, guys. I also want to bring up really crazy news, because now Spain is going to tax and NEF everybody who owns Bitcoin. UK as well is planning to tax the ultra rich people now, and the EU as well, guys, because it's something really insane happening in the EU. They effing everybody. They don't want you to use internet anymore. They don't want you to have the freedom to use the internet, so you need to have a monthly verification. When I talk about that, and also about a big chat control they having and passing, they pass already a law in these democratic countries. They don't ask anybody, and now they're going to be controlling everything what you do on internet. They want to have the power of everything what you do. So it makes a lot of sense, because they preparing a mandatory military service, and for the governments it's really important for them to have the control of all the population in order to see if you are a pleb and you listen everything what they want, or everything what they say, or not. So first I want to start with the weekly charts, guys, because it's something that we have been talking. The bounce is gonna come, and now we see how the price has been finding this area over here. Now the big question is, are we going to smash that and start a new bull run or not? And if you have been watching my previous video, you know already what I'm thinking. I don't really think that we're gonna overpass, but there is all probabilities. If we do pass, I'm gonna turn bullish again, and I'm gonna be buying and going with the movement as well. Something that you should be open to do as well, because we cannot just be bullish and bullish and bullish and bullish, or bearish and bearish and bearish. When we're talking about the weekly, I have been explaining many times to you, we're talking about a few months of movement and the Bitcoin price, either positive or negative. And if you want to know more about the time frames and Bitcoin, and also in all the charts, just go to the description below. I attached there a link of the video where I explain that, and your life gonna change completely observing the charts. Also, I'm gonna attach it at the end of this video so you can watch it as well. So the weekly, guys, it still doesn't look like super good, to be honest, because we're still below the 55 MI. We have a massive resistance in the 96, and if we want to turn bullish, if we want to see a little bit more strength in the short time, we need to overpass this candle. We need to overpass this candle this weekend, guys. So the question is if we're gonna do it or not. I mean, it's really difficult to say, because we see in time we're pretty good. We're pretty good in time, you see. We're gonna form a green valley, but we don't have any strength. So this volume is not that great, as you can see, compared to the massive sell-off we have before. The massive sell-off we had before was super fast and high volume, and we don't see that in the price right now. We don't see that in the bulls. The bulls are not really stepping in full on, and we can see it also easily in the hyper liquid on-chain trades. We can see here, let me show you here. So the shrimps are the plebs, pretty much. They are the ones who are in more loss. They are super bullish. You see how much they are super losers, no? So the losers are bullish, which make totally sense. And the big whales, they call Leviathan, they are they're more bearish than bullish, and they are the biggest winners. So this already give a different perspective to the market, a big insight to know what the big ways, what the big money is doing and thinking, and how they're moving, and they don't stepping into this movement. So These bounce, guys, can take weeks and months. So just keep that in mind, because we need to overpass this area in order to be super bullish. Well, in order to be the most bullish, we need to overpass 120, all this area. This will potentially gonna start a new bull run. But for now, we need to overpass this. So it would be nice to close a candle here above, have it as a resistance, and then we can smash a little bit more like this, having an impulse to the opposite. But for now, I don't really see it, guys. So I don't want to make you excited. You just need to know and prepare for the worst, because even if we're going up, we need, in order to have this confirmation that we're not going down, that the bear market is cancelled, we need to go above this area, close a weekly candle there, which is a little bit difficult to see it right now, but it's all probability. So you need to be prepared and act accordingly what the charts are telling you, know what the YouTuber is telling you, what people on X are telling you, and know of the prediction of other people. I love to do predictions, but also I'm super flexible to change it if it doesn't happen. The predictions for me are not 100% stable. The predictions, I always have the flexibility to move it around, because otherwise I'm gonna F myself. I say to you many times, don't get attached to idea, don't get attached to predictions of other people and your own predictions as well, because that's the worst thing you can do ever. Everybody's calling that we're going to 200k to 500k. We're gonna do it. I'm completely 100% sure we're gonna do it, but not this market. I don't see it in this steel bull run. We're potentially gonna do it in the next 10 years to come. That's no question at all. So yeah, guys, so just keep that in mind. Don't get attached to whatever idea fundamentals, because just learn about the time frame. Link in the description below, and then you're gonna have a better picture of how to navigate this market. And this is what I want you to learn, because otherwise you're gonna get ripped off by the market. But people, like many people calling the I can see some all the time, and they are the ones that were the biggest loss ever in this bull run, guys. So keep that in mind. I really want to share the knowledge I have, so you don't get ripped off by other people and by the market, which is the more important. I mean, by other people, you should be always critic, and don't just put your money what the other person say. But if you put money on Bitcoin and the price go down, you need to have patience, and you're never gonna lose money. Never ever in the whole history, nobody has lost money if you just hold. And that is clearly people who buy a 400 or a few cents have been just going up and up and up and up, and now they're massive profit. So for the weekly, that is pretty much, guys. This is something that will be evolving in the next weeks to come. We see now we're still below the horizontal line, so let's see how that play out. The daily I already say to you, I mean, we see how the RSI was super oversold. That's why I was calling down buying here, but I'm not too optimistic how slow we are, guys, because we're super slowly moved. We also see there's no strength in the movement. So this nice trade was good. Potentially we're gonna go to the 102, but this is gonna be a massive potentially massive rejection, because it's a big resistance. So keep that in mind if you want to trade. I'm right now just outside the market, just observing and just trading in the daily on spot. I'm not in futures, guys. I have said that many times. I'm just gonna trade the bounce, and then if we continue and everything change and we start again the bull market, and this was just a normal correction, I'm gonna step in again, buying and buying. I will let you know. I'm gonna ride all the way to 150, 140, where the Bitcoin price want to go. But for now, I'm just being careful, taking my profits. I have my profits. I took it already 125, as I was saying to you in October the 6th. I also gonna put that video in the description below, so you can also observe it, because I was calling many people to take profits around there. So I don't have any rush. I just want to predict those profit, because I have been buying since Bitcoin was really low, and I just don't see any rush, or I don't see I'm gonna be losing money. So if we change to bullish, I could turn bullish as well. You should have that flexibility as well. And yeah, guys, just don't forget to get attached to what other people say, because there are delusion people being over bullish or over bearish, which that's no good. I think you need to find a balance in the charts in order for you to be calm. which is the best thing you can do while trading. So for the daily, that's it, guys. That's it pretty much. We're still in stream fear, and the price you see, I mean, we have been from 10 and 9.7 stream fear to 25 stream fear. I think that we need to overcome the 97 in order to don't be in stream fear anymore, and the market gonna start to feel again happy about what is happening. And potentially once we start to feel a little bit greedy again, we're gonna have another slam to the downside, because for now I'm just taking this as a dead cat bounce. So you should pay attention to that, because this is a massive support resistance now. So we potentially can go like this. Just keep that in mind. If we overcome that and take it as a resistance, we close there. But closing a weekly, guys, starting with the daily would be quite good if we consolidate around there. But let's see what happens. Just subscribe to the channel, smash that like, and I'm gonna bring that video when that's happening, if that's happening. And if we get any rejection as well, I will be making a video to let you know what is next and what we can do depending on the market condition at the time, because it's all about time, friends, and the time is really important. That's why patience and time equal to make you completely rich, guys. One last thing before to pass into the crazy news of Europe, guys. I wanted to overcome to a question I got in the last video. And someone was asking, I think I already explained it in another video, but I'm gonna mark it again, because there's so many this is what the bulls are talking all the time, and people are getting a little bit confused and talking about that as well. The question was why I don't think that this is a normal correction as well, because if you see before, we also have a previous was like 31, 30 more or less. Now we have 35, 34 more or less. And here as well, we have 33. And the simple answer to that is because normally, first, one of them is the time. I mean, we already at the end of the Q4. I mean, we're still missing December, but we already at the end of the bull run. That is one indicator. But the main indicator is that if you see before, we have a massive rally of 171%. So then we have time and we have space in order to have a retracement of 33% after the 170% massive bump. And after this bottom to the other side, we have again 115, 100, let's put it at 110%. And we have the time and also the space to drop 30%. It's fine. It's nothing happened. But since the last time, then we were just consolidating around that area. And then I don't measure from the bottom because we were just in the same area. We were just having the support. And then we're just like 20%. Let me see if we do it from here. We just have 50%. 50% up, and then we have a drop. So what this means, you see here 110%, 30 retracement, 110, 30 retracement, and then we have 50% up, and then we have 30% down. What this means is that the bulls are getting super tired. The bulls are tired. They're not here anymore. They're taking profits, and the bears start taking off control because the bulls are just stepping out. So this is one of the big signals why I decide to sell around this area of the 125, 120, because every time the upper side is getting weak and weak and weak and weak. This talking about the weekly is getting weak, and you can see as well, like before we used to smash it. We used to smash it with, let me see, with nice volume. We used to smash it. Right now we're taking really hard to recover. We are below the 55 MI. We didn't before, and this is why I'm not bullish right now. But I will turn bullish if the conditions and if the chart say that. That's why I say to you, so important. Learn the basic. Learn the basic. It's so important to learn the basic of TA, guys. TA is super important to take the basic, and then you understand that T is just no bullish for the market. But if it change, I would turn bullish if I have been the whole bull market. But right now is not the time. So now I want to talk about Spain, because something really insane is happening there. And if you live in there, guys, you should already be doing your luggage, because this is super insane. They want to tax capital gains on Bitcoin for 47%, which is almost the half of you putting the risk on it of investing and building something, and the government just want to take just because you're smart and you took all the risk. 50% of you wealth. This is not public service, this is no fair contribution, this is just financial slavery, guys. And EU is just turning more and more in that direction. Then there is not only Spain, there are many other countries. UK, you have it as well, in France as well. And you work, they take they take a cut. You save, they take a cut. You invest, they take another cut. So that's why Bitcoin is so important, because it's completely the opposite of this entire system. Bitcoin gives you a completely ownership that governments cannot deal with, cannot freeze, cannot steal through inflation. That's why I say repeatedly times, guys, just save in Bitcoin. So if you in Spain, I'm really sorry for you. Let me know in the commentaries below if you're from Spain, what you planning to use. Is this really approved? It's going to be approved. What do you think? Are you already planning to move or not? And something really crazy as well, like UK plans tax extra on home value to millions plus pounds. So this is really insane, because if always the governments are like it, it's just effing everybody who have the luck to have a 2 millions, because 2 millions property is nothing. It's nothing in UK. I mean, they're super expensive, the properties now. And imagine that you just heritate this. You need to pay so much in taxes that most of the people cannot even move in. It's really insane and really stupid. And unfortunate, because there is no financial literacy, and they don't even care to teach that. Like most of the people, they don't know that. There's the case as well. Someone I know got a property, heritage a property, and then have a massive issue because pretty much you need to pay in taxes the full amount of the property. When the property was bought by the family, was peanuts, was nothing, but now the valuation is over millions and need to pay that in order to move inside. So it's completely insane, guys. And they are the ultra rich now. I mean, the ultra rich, they're never going to be touched, because they know they're already left, or their whole wealth is in another country. So legally talking. So this is really insane how governments are just taking your wealth. They don't want you to progress. They don't want you to overpass their plebs. They always want to have you on plebs, because that is for their own benefit. And continue with the EU now. They will require people to undergo monthly age verification just for going online. This is completely insane, guys. And this is something like Mulvad said as well. Like Mulvad is a VPN service. They work a lot into privacy. So I believe as well, like when you use them and when you sign with them, they don't register any of your information, no email, no phone number, nothing. And you can just use the VPN with them. And listen to this, an important victory, but we still need to stop chat control. The Council of Ministers in the EU has 3 years now reached a common position on chat control. The requirement for mandatory scanning, including end-to-end encryption messages services, has been removed, which is a major victory. I mean, yeah, it's a major victory because it has been removed, but the EU Council failed to implement mandatory mass surveillance. However, in its proposal, they are laying a groundwork of mass surveillance in the future. So what they're doing right now, they building the infrastructure, they're going to provide the infrastructure. It's a victory that there is no mandatory right now, but that would be possible to do it voluntarily. So first, they want you, like, this is always the typical pattern, always. First, they say it's optional. Then they say that it's for your own safety, and then it becomes mandatory with nobody here. And the crazy thing that they're already building the infrastructure to that. So just go and you can read this post as well. But it's always the same. Optional, then for you safe, and then mandatory, and then nobody question anything. So that's really insane, because government just want to identify all times online, because information is power, and that's how we ended up. Like, when information is power, then you can just put everybody below your knees, and this is what now is happening. It's really insane. Like, France is planning to reinstate compulsory military service. The same that is doing Germany prepared for war. They always preparing for war. Now they're just spending a lot about the military service, which is fine, but the big problem is this. Starting next year, every 18 years old in Germany get a lovely letter from the government. Hey, you want to join to the army? For men, answer is mandatory. For women, it's optional. And this is again the same pattern I'm saying. Like, first it's optional. You're gonna get the letter mandatory, but it's just you can also say that you don't want to join, so it's optional. But at a certain point, it will be mandatory. So they always gonna be forcing you. No, in your whole life, everything you want to do, gonna be forcing you if they can. If they can control you, they will do it. If they can freeze your phones, if they can take your money, if they can tax your money, if they can inflate it, which we see already, they're gonna inflate it, and this is what they have been doing for many years. They're gonna continue doing that. They're gonna be inflating your money. They're gonna be printing more, and your future just gonna get more F and F and F and F. It's just simple pattern. Remember, optional, you save, and mandatory. They always do, guys. They always do. That's why I always say to use safe in Bitcoin, because this can protect completely all your asset, all your wealth, all of your money. You can just protect it on Bitcoin. You can go anywhere in the world 24/7. It's going to be working Bitcoin, in mostly the whole world will accept Bitcoin. And with this, I want to finish this video, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like, share with a friend, and remember, safe in Bitcoin. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.